Is it visible now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Editor is visible? Program.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last class, I told you one program, laboratory program, whether it is a working day or not. Just I'll run it and I'll show you to that one how it will be working. This program that eighth question. Okay. So now just if I'm running this program, just already I told you the question is nothing but write a Java program to enumerate to create the enumeration of the day of the week. Already I have told you this. So if it is Sunday, Sunday means should be a holiday. Remaining day should be a working day. Suppose if I'm trying to execute this, what will happen? See here. So it is a working day. So now suppose if I give here Sunday. Yes, it is not a working day. Is it visible this window? Monthly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we'll go for the other one. So other program is nothing but next program. Stack already I explained, you can try it out. Dashboard I'll tell you next class. Right. What is this? Write a Java program which demonstrates utilities of linked list class. So data structures, have you done linked list? Have you done linked list?
In
Tell
DS
me
we
yes or
did, sir.
no. Sharanappa, have you done linked
Yes,
list? Linked list
yes, sir.
program.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So using static or dynamic?
This talk type HTML.
Which memory allocations you have used to solve the linked list?
Sir, I know only about a single link list, double link list, circular link list.
Okay, link. I am asking general question. Linked list. You have done your laboratory program. Which memory allocations you have used, either static or dynamic? You answer to my
Dynamic, sir.
question. Dynamic. Correct.
Yes.
Because linked list we cannot use static memory allocations. We have to go for the dynamic memory allocations only. So now, where you might have used structure, allocate the memory, next assign the data, next adjust the linked list. Correct now? Single linked list either insert beginning or insert end or specific position, whatever it may be. What you have to do? You have to allocate the memory. Next, you have to assign the data to linked list, that particular node. Next, you have to assign the after assigning the data, you have to adjust the list. Suppose if it is first means that one you have to that link you have to give it to the starting position. Then you have to make it. This is called the first one. If it is last means you have to traverse from beginning to end. End node you have to connect to the temporary node or whatever you have created the newly node. So now, if it is Java, how to create the linked list and how to add the linked list, how to add the element to a linked list, how to delete an element from the linked list. That is what we have to see it here. So now, question is what? Write a Java program which demonstrate utilities of the linked list. That's it here. So now, not that much difficulty what you have done in data structures using C. Data structures program only, but using Java platform is way of implementation is Simple here. So now let us see here. You have to import this package. All the linked list concepts are available in utilities. Next is import. Once you know how to import the packages, import java.utility.star.semicolon. Next is class demo link. Next is public static void main string argument. This is normal structure and syntax. So next is I'm creating the linked list. One object L is equal to new linked list. So now L is nothing but the linked list. So you can whatever you want, you can name, you can give it. So either A or B. So because L is the linked list, I have taken the variable called L. Now what I have done is now add 10 A, add B, add C. See how much simple here? Just add. So now add A, add B, add C, but I have not given any first to last. If it is data structures means what you have done, you have to specify that. Creating the linked list also, you have to use any one of the linked list, either insert beginning or insert ending, whatever you need, you have to do it. But here I have not done any add first, last to middle or whatever it may be. Just L dot add, L dot add, L dot add. So A, B, C. So 3 elements have added. So now let us see how it will be working that one. So here is already I told you one public is required online compiler. Right. So once you do here public class demo link, now let us run this program. So now first one is what? The content of the here what I've done system.out.println. The content of the linked list is L because you have added A to L, B to L, C to L. So now it is printing link. The content of the linked list is A, B, C. That means what? If you are using the default L dot A add B means last it will be inserted. So the default. So now is it visible this output? One should talk.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now system.out.print. Once you print this, now I want to add L.add that first. So add first X. So add first X is nothing but what? Already you have A comma B comma C. For that first element will be inserted. Next is system.out.println. The module next is add last. Add last is nothing but what? Element will be inserted at the end. So that is nothing but the Z. So now system.out.println modified list. Once again, I'll try to print it. So already you have the elements in the list is A comma B comma C. For that you are adding A, that is called the first. So next one is Z is adding last. So now you see here after modified the list is nothing but, so previously you had A, B, C. For that you have added first is nothing but X and last is nothing but the Z. So that is what this one. Now system.out.println the content of the list is L. So now you are printing this. Now what I have done is L dot remove first. L dot remove first. That means X will be removed. Next is L dot remove last. Z is removed. Next is I'll try to print it the content of the list because you have removed it X and Z. The original elements are again A comma B comma C. So that is what the A comma B comma C. Suppose once again if I want to print one more element L dot remove B. So in between element I want to delete it. So L dot B is nothing but this one. So this is the way of creating the linked list. So now is it do you have any problem in this linked list? Do you have any problem?
No, sir.
Okay. Using C++ only problem. But here you will not have any problems. See, is mixing of numbers also I can enter it. So L dot add 20 I have given because previously you have added characters, but now again I have added what? Integer. See here L dot add 20 I'll give it. I'll give one more L dot add 30. So automatically in editor you will get it open. Once you give open bracket, close bracket also automatically you will get it. So now I'll try to execute this program. See, so A, B, C first three are characters. Next I have added integers also 10, 20, 30. So next I am adding for X is starting, Z is last. So everything is possible here. If it is using C, C++, there it is not possible. There it's difficult. So in the same linked list, if you want to add it, because there data types are the problems. Data types is problems. So you have to define both in structure, then you can do it. But here is it is easy. It is easy. There is nothing but similar data types only have to add it. Suppose if I'm having one name, one register number. So register number, if you take 1 to 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, for that one data type, name is data type. Two variables you have to add it to the linked list directly there. So that is what we used to do it in C, C++. But here you have the advantages in Java. So simple way is it is very simple. Writing the code also simple. So linked list, if you know the structure of the Java, you can write it easily. Just you have to create the object for this linked list. Once you create the object, using that object, adding the elements, that's it. So linked list. So this you should know that how to create it. That is nothing but the L capital, here also L capital. Linked list L is equal to new linked list. Using this object name, you are adding, deleting the elements. So now suppose I want to delete 20 here. I'll delete it here. For example, L dot remove. See here now what will happen finally. One, two, three, four, five. Right. So now is so 0, 1, 2, 3 locations you have to give it. 30 have given. So that element is nothing but the 20 will be deleted. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So next element is nothing but 20, that it will be deleted. So because previous elements is nothing but directly you have given the element. This is one way of the location. No? Otherwise you have to enter like this. See here, just 20 you give it the double quotes. So now we'll see how it will work. See. So ACB 10, 20, 30, 20, 30. No. So you have to, if it is integer means you have to give the location only. Position you have to give it. So if it is characters, you have to within the double quotes. If you are giving it, it will remove it. Suppose if it is the integer, you have to give the representation for the location. Three, if you give, how it will be taking is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3, the next element will be deleted. Suppose if you want to delete this 0, 1, 2, you have to give it. Suppose if I give here 2, see, now 10 will be deleted. 0, 1, 2, the next position will be deleted. So this is the way of deleting the elements. So inserting the elements also this way. So this is what the laboratory programs you have to execute it. So just you learn for 4 to 5 elements how to insert it, and 1 or 2 examples how to delete the first element, last element, or in between. So this is what you have to learn it in the linked list. So this is what the program for the linked list. So now I'll go for other program. Other one is client server. 2 files I have to use. So here 2 files, how to use it, still I didn't try it out. I'll go for this. Right. What is the question? Write a Java program which use file input stream or file output stream classes. So how to use file input stream and file output stream is the thing. So here is, you have to open one file. Program is visible?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Code is visible now, this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now is program is nothing but simple. Write a Java program which uses file input stream or file output stream. So here is what you have to do is, you have to open one file, text file. Once you open that, you have to copy the text into that particular file. Once you copy this, then what you have to do, you have to open the file. Once you open that, you have to read that content and you have to display it on the monitor. That is what you have to do it in this program. Is it clear now? What you have to do? You have to open one file, text file. So once you open that, you have to copy some text to that particular file. After copying, then you have to read the text, whatever you have entered into that file, and you have to display it here. That is what you have to do the program. So now let us see the program, how it will works. So here is a import java.input output stream. This already we had discussed what packages is required for the input output streams. Now class demo. So here is, when you are running here online public, you have to give it. So public class demo file. Now public static void means string arguments. Now just I'm using for try and catch. File not found exception, if you are getting, you can use this one. Otherwise directly write the code here also. Normally you include try catch methods also, because when you are trying to open that particular file, if file is not available, so file not found exception, you can learn it, so that you can learn that exception also. Actually wherever it is possible is there, you have to write it that one. So now what I have done is, file output stream b is equal to new output stream sample.txt. So this is what the sample.txt we are opening. Now string s is equal to, this is my file data. String s is equal to, this is my file data. So byte of t is equal to, yes, this is nothing but the string get bytes. So because, so entire string you cannot copy it directly to the file. So you have, that will be converted to the bytes. That is nothing but the every character, it will be converted to the bytes. So once you take into that one, we'll be storing into the array. So all the bytes. So that is nothing but the, this is my file data. All these things will be converted to the bytes. So that will be stored into the array here. So now what you, after storing into that array, b dot write of t. So directly this we are copying into that particular file where sample.txt. Once you do this, next is, for my understanding purpose, I have written the code here. system.out.println write successful. Suppose there is no errors in that. So you have opened the file, you have copied some text into that particular file. If everything goes perfectly, so then system.out.println write is successful. That means what? Till now you don't have any problems because you have opened the file and you have the some string you want to insert into that particular file. That string is nothing but this is my file data. Just whatever you want, you can write it. So that one, that is nothing but the s is the object here. S dot get bytes of this one. So this one will be converted to the bytes, so that it will be stored here, and that stored value you are copying into the that particular file. That is nothing but the writing into the file. So once you do this, system.out.println write successful. Now what you have to do is, after writing into that file, you have to open that file. Once you open that file, so you have to read that all the string whatever you have written into that file. So that means what? You cannot read entire string at a time. So that also you will be reading one character at a time. So you will be reading one character from starting to till end of the file. So whenever you are reading that file, in that data, one character you are printing into the here. So that is nothing but the on monitor. Now how to do the process is nothing but file input stream is f is equal to new file input stream sample.txt, because you have stored the text in this one sample.txt. So now int I, so that is nothing but the integer. So while I is equal to f dot read not equal to end of the file. No, so not equal to end of the file is nothing but EOF will be writing in C programming. Here I have written end of the file is nothing but -1. So till you get end of the file, this statement will be executing. So now what will happen? Because one character you will be reading at a time. So that is nothing but the you have declared here integer. Now again you have to, that is based on the ASCII values will be taken. So now again you have to print as characters. So now system.out.print. So just I'll write it, I'll remove ln, so that whatever you have displayed there, that content will be displaying character. So system.out.println character of file. So next is any file, once you open that, you have to close it. So object name b you have created, that is nothing but the b dot close. So now catch exception e system.out.println. So this is what this is the way writing the program. So what I have told you, the question is nothing but what? You have to open one file. Once you open that, you have some content you have to put into that file. Once you put it in that file, again you have to open that file, and every character you have to read it and you have to display it on the monitor. So now let us see this. I'll run this program, how it will be working. So write is successful because after this is my file data. So after writing into that file, so system.out.println write is successful. Next is what you are doing, file input stream f is equal to new input stream. You are opening that file till end of the file you are reading. That is nothing but the while I is equal to f dot read function is not equal to end of the file. System.out.println, so character of I, that is nothing but the what you have written here. First letter is nothing but T, next is H, next is I, next is S. So everything will be displayed. Suppose if you give here, previously I have given ln. So now ln, what will happen? You see here. So what happened now? Whatever is available, the text in your file. So because I have given ln, so it will be giving like this. So this is what the way of writing the program here. So if you have any doubts, please let me know this program also. Do you have any program? Do you have any doubt? So even you can change the data, just I'll change it here. See here. So just I'll copy this entire text here. So like this, suppose if I want the same line, so just delete this. See here. Now try to execute the program. What will happen? So now what happened? Write is successful. Write a Java program which file input stream or file output stream. So now you want multiple lines in that particular program. Just for understanding purpose, I'm telling. Okay. So in this case, what you can do is, so this statement is not required for you here. Up to here, successful is there, no? So just you open sample.txt. There itself, you write it multiple lines also. Then you can print it. Some of the Viva questions they are asking that one. So read some text in the particular file and display it on the monitor. So in that case, what you can do is, so create one file directly sample.txt. You write the multiple lines. That way also is possible. So multiple lines you can enter it. Then you can write from here. So file input stream f is equal to new file input stream sample.txt int I. So the same code here. So multiple lines also you can read it and you can display it on the monitor. So that is also possible here. Entire file. Suppose if it is big file also is possible. Only thing is here system.out.println print instead of println you give print only. So if you have multiple lines also, so after the end of the line it will go to the automatically new line. So whatever it is available in that particular file as it is, it will be displayed even if we have multiple lines. So that is what the so simple I have done it here. So we'll be concentrating, everybody has to execute it. So that is the reason always we'll be doing programs are simple. So in Viva, suppose if they are asking bit complicated, you should be able to do it. That is the reason I'm telling this also, how to add multiple lines also. So this is what the another lab program. So now, do you have any that two programs now? Do you have any doubt? Please let me know. So today I have explained two programs. One is called the linked list. So how to create the object for the linked list. Once you create that object, so now how to add that elements and how to delete that element for that list. So next one is nothing but what? You have to create one file. In that you have to put some text in that particular file. And once you do that one, next what you have to do? You have to open that file and you have to read the text, whatever it is available in that particular file. Again, you have to display it on the monitor. So that is what. Now you can practice. Once you do this, you can read from one file and you can copy to another file also. Instead of displaying on the monitor, you can copy to the another file also. This is what you have to practice next. So this is laboratory program, simple program we are telling. So once if you want to grip in Java, you have to practice such that programs. I'll give you one assignment in that one program also. I'll give you laboratory assignment. So that only will be okay. So now let me know if you have any problems in this laboratory programs. If you have any problems, please let me know. Any problem? Sharanappa left already. Sunil. Sunil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Yes, sir. Good, sir. How are you,
I'm
sir?
fine. So do you have any problem in this program?
No, sir.
Okay.
I don't have.
So another three programs are there. One is called chess, but that is next week. I'll tell you. So some of the programs, because client server program also I don't know how to run here. I'll use it here on my editor directly. I'll run it and I'll show it to you. So because you online compiler you cannot use it that one. I don't know. Maybe possible or what, I don't know. I have to ask somebody. So that's what I'm facing. So next class, what I will do is next week. So remaining programs I'll tell you, because even in my system it is not available software. I'll install that JDK 1.7. Once it is installed, I'll run it and I'll show you, because I have to show the demo programs is nothing but packages and client server program. So wherever the multiple files are required, that one I am not able to run it here. So directly I will show a demo there and I will show it to you. So if it is possible to, if those are having laptops, you can execute it at home. Otherwise, once you are coming back here, you can execute it here. Okay. So that is what the with respect to lab. So now I'll come back here. So that is what today two lab programs are substance. Another three programs are there. The three programs, once it is installed software in my system, I'll execute it and I'll show it to you. So packages and client server program, and one more program is there. So I forgotten that name. Huh? So three programs are there. Next week I'll complete it. Next Saturday it will get over all laboratory programs. Okay. So now just last week I told you multi-thread programming is how to execute it. So now just I'll run it and I'll show you this. Yes. So here is last this program I explained, you know, public my thread string thread name. So I'm assigning a name is equal to thread name here. So public void run try for I is equal to 5, I greater than 0, I minus 1. So that means what I want to display the elements from 5 to 1. So now what happened here is system.out.println name. See here is, suppose if I give only 10, how much time it will take, you see here now. You got the output. Suppose now I'll give you 50,000 here. Red dash clip 50,000 or 5 lakhs. Now you see how much time it will take to execute this program, because I have given time duration is a bit more. Five displayed, 2 is displayed. Now see the output. Just I'll reduce the time because it is taking more time. Huh? That much I'll take. See 5544 displayed. Next it is taking time. Sleep, because that is what the sleep. See here is public void run. Only public void run is there. Here is I have given after creating the thread T1. No? So next is just T1 dot start. So next is what? T2 dot start. So here is start function we are calling, but here there is no start. Only void run is there, isn't it? So here is, that is what the thread program is nothing but the, once you run T1 dot start, automatically it will execute this function that is called the public void run. So you are created two objects or more than one, you can create it. So just T1 dot start, T2 dot start based on the sleep, because once you given sleep, so first one will be sleeping, then it will be going for the second one. So second one will be executing, first one will be executing. Like this parallelly, it will be executing all the threads. So it is taking, if you give more time, it will take more time. Okay, I'll change to less time only because it's taking more time. See, if you are one more zero, I'll put it now just here. 0. Now you see how much time it will take for this. One more 0, I'll put it now. I'll give 900. That is also not taking much time. If I'm entering, see here. So there again now sleeping the thread. So that is what. Then it will take time. Then it will display. So this is the way of running. This is the way of running the multi-threading. So last class already I told you how to create the thread, how to write the code for the thread. Now next is how to create the object for that function. So for one I told you first one program. Next is two objects also I have told you. So one, if you just, that is nothing but only for understanding purpose I have told that one. In examination multi-thread means minimum two you have to create it, or more than that also. But if you write it only for one thread, there is no meaning for that in the examination. So why I told you that example is nothing but how to write that thread program, that's all. So how to write my thread, how to implement runnable, just for understanding purpose, just have told that one. So now whenever you are writing in the examination, multi-thread is nothing but minimum two threads you have to create it. So or more than that. Minimum is nothing but two threads you have to create it in the examination. Don't write that first program in the examination. So you have to write it minimum is two threads. That is what the multi-thread programming. So just for understanding purpose, one thread how to write it I have told you. So that is only for understanding purpose. So next onwards you have to write it minimum is two threads. That is what multi-thread programming. Multi is nothing but more than one only. So that is this is the way of writing the code, and this is the way of writing that one. Already I told you how to sleep or write function. Next class I'll tell you some other this one. What is that called? Alive, join, is alive. So whether it is still it is living or not. So whether it is the positions, all these things. So next class we'll see with examples how it will be working. Is live or join, all these functions we'll be seeing in the next class. Now just tomorrow you are having the internal examination. So just what is the syllabus? What is the syllabus for test? Rajeshwari?
Third module and fourth.
Third module and fourth module. So for third is full and fourth one is except the threadings. Okay. So before that, whatever we have done it, only that one. So multi-threading is not there in that. So before that packages, that one only. So inheritance already have studied in C++ also. So same concepts here also. The syntaxes it will change. So you see that. So multi-level, multiple, which inheritance is not supporting? Which inheritance will not support Java? Which inheritance will not support? Multi-level or multiple?
Multiple.
So once again you have to see all those things. Next is how to create the interfaces, how to create the packages, all these things you have to see once. Okay. So syllabus is already I told you. So in this notes already all of you got it, no? Basic inheritance, how to create it, you know, super class, how to create it, you know. Next is how to extend. Next is constructor for this, how to create it. So all these things, syntaxes, and how to so for example, class. When you are creating this one, whether you will be using the implements, what is it called? 1 second, I'll tell you. So how to extend the classes? So just I'll write it for example, I'll tell you one multiple choice question. So when you are doing the inheritance, so how to extend this one class? So I'll give the multiple choice like this: extend, so implement, so inherit. So how to write the inheritance syntax? So like this multiple choice questions will be there in the examination. So all these things, keywords, reserved words, syntaxes, you have to learn it properly. So some of the programs, what is the output of the following also have given. So that is also, you see. So whatever we have done in the class, you should be perfect. Then only you can write whatever I have given also. So you should know how it will be executing, what output you will be getting. Around 6 to 7 programs is nothing but write the output only. Next is like syntaxes, structures, all these things you have to learn it. So some of the true false have not given, so because multiple choice, now all multiple choice only. So next is how to use super class, how it will be working. All these things we have given in the examination. So constructors. So when you are using, all these things have given in the multiple choice. So you have to read it there also. Okay. So now, if you have any doubts in third unit or fourth unit, you can ask. So how to use polymorphism, how it will be supporting. So Java, what it will be supporting. All these things have given in test. Read it there and study well and do the examinations. So now, if you have any doubt, please, is open discussion only. So if you have any doubt, please let me, you can ask me. So third unit, fourth units. So already prepared for test. Sunil. Sunil. You're logged out. Okay. So what about others? Okay. So shall we stop? Shall we stop the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all the best for the examination. Study well. Do well.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.